And but what I didn't like is the fact that I lost twice. Good morning and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Renz, and as you just saw, I did my whole morning routine and it's pretty rough. And especially today, I'm going through a little bit of a cold. I've been going through a little bit of a cold since Monday, and yesterday I actually gave in and didn't do my mobility routine at all. My mind got the best out of me and the sickness. And so today, right when I woke up, I took this right away, Tylenol, and throughout the day, I'll be taking more of them just to feel better. But yeah, today's workout was pretty rough. I even considered dropping the extra weight on myself just because I'm a little weaker, but I'm just happy that I still pulled through and still killed my workout. Anyway, it took longer, but I still did it, so I'm just proud of myself for that. But yeah, today is going to be more of the same, and that thought honestly has been making me feel insecure about what I'm doing, because I'll be just showcasing a life that is pretty much the same daily for the most part. So yeah, that's been making me feel insecure a little bit, but I'm grounding myself to the thought of why I'm doing this in the first place. And again, I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, and it's so that the future me can have something to reference back on to see what younger him was doing. That's the reason why I'm doing this. I'm documenting my life and hopefully inspire people along the way, but still, it gets to me, the fact that it's going to be, for the most part, the same for every video. Me working out, me working on my app, and me dancing. And I'm the type of person who likes my routine as well, so that helps me stay grounded as well with my thoughts, because that's just who I am, and that's just what my life is. That will be pretty much my life. I don't see myself stopping working out, stopping dancing, and stop continually hustling to make it and help my family, you know? So yeah, just thought to share that because this week I've really been thinking about it. And yeah, for this video I even struggled to pick up the camera just because of the thought. So thought to share that. But yeah, I'm gonna now start my day and have my coffee. And I always love having my coffee because it nowadays it feels like it's really doing something for me, because back then I would wake up and the first thing that would come to my head is, oh, I'm gonna have that coffee. But nowadays it's more so I'm gonna wake up and dread it and work out. But then now when I have my coffee, I feel like it's really worth it, and it's actually going to work. It's magic, because Andrew Huberman, he says something about showering, cold showers and morning movement doing better than a morning coffee in terms of waking you up. You're supposed to be having your coffee 90 minutes after you wake up or something like that. So it just makes me feel better. I feel the difference having coffee later on in the day after doing some movement and showering. So I believe him. But yeah, right now I'm rereading a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People on my Kobo. And so yeah, I'm gonna have my coffee, read that, and let's see what's next on the list. Maybe go on a walk or start working on my app right away. We'll see. She wants side time. Am now done with my me time and now ready to do a little bit of work on my app before lunch. And coming down here, I realized that in my collection of physical books here that I have a physical copy of the book that I'm reading at the moment. And you know, I might as well read the actual physical book because I can turn the pages. It's so much better. And even though I got this at a thrift store for $3.99, which is a steal, it still smells good. So my rule for books in general is that usually for the first time I read books digitally on my Kobo, and if I like it and I know that I'll be interested in rereading it at some point, then every time I go to a thrift store I would look for them, and this is one of them that I found. And most of these are from thrift stores except for these two books from Russ, because I like the artist and I was interested in seeing what he had to say in book form. So yeah, and some of these are gifts as well. So a little cool fact, I guess. Yo, so I've been dealing with a pretty annoying bug in my app, and I'm glad that I'm able to push out a fix for that just now before lunch. It is now 12:24 and I need to eat, but ever since this week and me thinking about my videos and my insecurities about it, which I've mentioned earlier, I also got to thinking about my meals and my nutrition in general because of it. So there's a reason why I don't show my meals, or I haven't shown my meals in any of my videos yet, and that is because they're also pretty routine and pretty much the same thing every time. And literally, for my first meal, I have 5 eggs always, and cottage cheese always, and spinach and tuna. I would have them as well on top of that if I have them. And I will have a protein shake as well with it. And then for my second meal, I literally have 5 eggs again and spinach if I have it. And always I have rice with these two big meals. And in between, I snack. And that is if there are any, bananas, oranges, and apples. But there are also other things, bad things, temptations, because my sister is a baker, so there are sometimes brownies, cupcakes, and things like that upstairs. So I just need to control myself. But yeah, it got me thinking about my meals and my nutrition. And with my nutrition, I think I've always thought that I've got it down. It always looked like, at least when I look in the mirror, and obviously I'm still alive, that my nutrition is on point. But I asked ChatGPT, and there are a lot of things that I'm lacking with my nutrition. I'm hitting a lot of the macros, but not a lot of the other smaller things. And so ChatGPT basically gave me a few things that I can add into my diet that can patch up some of the nutrition gaps that I have. And so I'll be grocery shopping, and also I'm using this camera, the Samsung S20 with this mic instead of the Insta360 Go 3S that I had just bought, because I'm noticing that the mic on there is good, but when the AC is kicking down here in this basement, the background noise it just doesn't get filtered, and this does a good job with that. And so that is the reason why I'm using this camera instead of that main one. But I will be going out, like I said, grocery shopping, and will be taking both cameras with me and using them accordingly depending on the situation. So I found out that there's a clip that comes with the Instago camera that I'm now using, and so I'm now kind of hands-free with it while driving. I still am holding the actual pod because it holds the mic, so I'm pretty sure at least it holds the mic. And so yeah, I still have this on my hand just so the audio is a little better, but can't have everything. Fast forwarding a little bit here, it is now 5:21 p.m. and I had just sent a build out for review. Well, not for review, but to get uploaded to the App Store. That way I can start testing it. And I'm kind of just waiting. And so while waiting, it is the perfect time for me to go for a walk because I do have a little bit of time to kill before 7 p.m. And 7 p.m. once again is going to be a dance session with the local community. And yeah, it's a Wednesday, so I'm gonna be enjoying that. And I do appreciate it because it's going to be with other people. And, breaking and dance in general is meant to be a social thing. So I always try to make it out, even though sometimes I just feel like staying at home because I do have it here. But the energy of other people really do make a difference. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready for my walk and do that. And when I get back, probably will need to leave right away or have a little bit of time to eat for before session. So lately I've been feeling a little incomplete because I'd lost my ring and I usually wear it. It just feels like something's missing. Whatever, man. So you may be wondering what's going on with this laundry basket here, and the best way I can explain that is by panning right here. This is the reason why. She thinks she's cute, but she really isn't. Right. So right after my walk there, I rushed into eating food and driving to session, which is what I'm doing now. But yeah, the walk I had was really good. I believe it was around almost an hour and around 4 kilometers as usual. And I raw dogged it, didn't listen to a podcast or any music at all, which was nice because I was able to untangle some thoughts that I had in my head. And also, it's a hot day, so that's why the AC is kicking in. And so I'm sorry if the audio is not as good. The AC might just be messing up the audio. So, but during the walk as well, I wasn't feeling my fit, mainly my pants. And so before leaving, I changed into another gray pants that I own, and they just feel and look better in my opinion. So I'm going to session with them right now, and you already know my thoughts about session today. But I haven't really caught you up with how the weekend jam went for me. And game theory, the jam that I went to last weekend was good for me, mainly because I saw some friends from Saskatoon. But what I didn't like is the fact that I lost twice. So the jam has a Pokemon format where the bracket goes as normal, where people face off and they go down the bracket, but for every winner they have the chance to, or the option to pick someone from the losing team. And basically Aaron and I entered. I thought we killed it. And top 8, we lost. And so I got picked by the people we lost to, and we ended up making it all the way to the finals, which was pretty surprising, honestly. And we lost the finals. So that's what I mean by losing twice, and that kind of sucks. And I honestly didn't like that part, because for me, when we lost top 8, it was just like, give me the L, you know. But it's all fun and games. It's a nice, different format, so it was fun either way. But yeah, those are my thoughts for it. But overall, again, being able to see my friends from Saskatoon and just other dancers from Montreal and Toronto was nice. They're really dope, so that's that. now home and showered up and ready for bed. Tonight's session was really hot. I feel like it got to all of us, and me personally, I was sweating lots, but I don't feel like I was really productive. I didn't really get anything done. But I do have to give myself some props because I did show up and still got something in, even if it's just little. So gotta stay positive because it's not always gonna be a good session. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the video here. If you've made it this far, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to future me, I hope that you appreciated this, and I'll see you in the next one.